Hello and welcome to Love Anything Art. Today I'll show you how I made these earrings and necklace. I've begun with a ball of black and white clay, roughly about the same size. And with each of those I will flatten them separately. And these are both of them, and they're roughly about the same thickness. It's a good medium-sized thickness. Then you can just cut them down to size, just into square shapes. And then with each of those, just cut those into strips. Alternate between the white and the black strips by placing them together. And I am using some of this pink clay. Just take a chunk of that and roll it out until it is very thin. You can also use your pasta machine, but I just use my roller. Got it as thin as I could with my roller. And I'll just place that over one side of the black and white striped clay. And just be sure to not get any air bubbles in there. And I'll use my roller to press out any air bubbles, just rolling in one direction and then the other direction. You don't want to use a lot of pressure at this point, you just want to get it stuck on there and try to get any of those air bubbles out. Then you'll just need to flip it over, and I'm going to do this on the piece of paper still. And then you can just cut away all of that excess pink clay. And this is the stencil I have chosen. You could really use any stencil you'd like. I just kind of enjoyed this pattern. So I will put this on my clay. Just remember that since your clay is striped, it will come out differently depending on how you place your stencil on there. I kind of liked the catty corner little diagonal shape here, so I'm going to place it on. And then give it a nice roll, just gentle at first, and then you can work your way into a more firm and rough roll. If you are interested in this stencil, I will leave a link below. Once you have it pretty good rolled on there, just begin slicing off with the edge of your tissue blade all of the excess pink clay. You can always save this clay and put it back with your pink clay. What we want is for all the pink clay to be gone and then just to see that black and white stripe behind it. And I will need to roll it out once more to get that pink clay to come up through the stencil. And you can see here that the pattern underneath is showing through, so this should be pretty good. Should only have to shave off the pink clay one more time. And there you go. I just love the way that looks. You could do this with alternating colors. You could make the stripes behind it a little more close and not so thick. I think that would look nice too. And once you have cleared away all of your little scrappies, you can reveal your beauty underneath. But I'll just need a drum roll first. All right. Go ahead and peel that away. This is like oddly satisfying too, by the way. And then you can just start cutting out shapes. You can, if you have cutters, you can use those, or you can make your own from paper. But I will just cut out some shapes here for some earrings. just simple shapes. And I've rolled out some black clay, pretty thick, about as thick as the black clay in the beginning. And then just place the rest of your clay on that. And then gently pat everything into place. Go ahead and cut away that excess black clay. And with these, I will cut them into tiny strips. With each of those strips, I'll just gently pull it and stretch it out so that it is a little bit longer. And then that does distort the ends a little bit, so I'm just going to chop that away. And then just start twisting it up. And you do want there to be a hollow hole in the middle all the way through so you can string it when you are done. So don't press it together or smush it. Just keep going till you have it all the way twisted up. And I did this with all my pieces and then baked them. I think I only had one that I could not get the string to go through. But these are all of mine twisted up, ready to go. And I did want to make sure I had enough to make a necklace. And then I baked them. And these are the earrings. I did bake those and I put resin on them. So they are all ready to go. And I made little tops for the earrings. For my necklace, I did lay it out into the pattern I liked and then put some beads in there too, just to see how everything would look and make sure I had my necklace long enough. And then I will just take some of this wire string, cut off a good section. On one end, I will put a bead cap cover. And then I will place on my bead cap and then smush that so it's all flat. And then use the bead cover to cover that up. And then you just start stringing your beads and clay onto your piece. And see, it just went right through the center there. Like I said, I only had one that did not go all the way through. And there you go. And now that I have it all strung together, I do want to make sure that it is nice and tight in there so there's no gaps. Once I've done that, I will put on my bead cap cover and then my crimp bead and then crimp that into place. And then remove any of that excess string before closing up the bead cap cover. Then you'll just need to place on your toggle and your clasp. And you have a simply beautiful necklace. I like the way this turned out. I always love little swirly things, you know. But it's very simple and I really like it. I like the way it came out. I like the colors, pink and black. You can't go wrong. And then these are the earrings. And I love the way earrings look when you have all that resin on there. They're just so shiny and pretty. And then the little bead. I really like this design. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!